start. So, if you take a look at the handout I gave you, I was going to talk about comparing electricity consumption to gross domestic product in China using dual regression analysis for selected regions for the time period of 2004-2012. It's an excellent way to analyze the real status of the Chinese economy. However, because of ISW and my muse back there, Julie, who keeps making suggestions about how to do stuff, I thought I would really heed her advice about doing a less ethereal publication and doing something more from my heart. And it fit right in with an idea that I've had for a while, and I wasn't going to do it because I thought it was like too much oversharing and maybe not professional enough for this class. But it's something I do in my classes anyway, and I feel really strongly about it. So Julie gave me the impetus to like go ahead and just go for it and do this. This is going to be an uncomfortable topic today, and it's going to be uncomfortable for a variety of reasons, for you, for me, for everybody. I do this in my classroom. I would ask that you, when I start this self-test here thing, imagine yourself to be a student, because my goal for this, my objective, is to share my own personal experiences with students who might be struggling with the same issues. I feel really, really strongly about substance abuse because I'm a substance abuser. And by the grace of God, I overcame my problems, but it's affected lots of people in my family, and it's a huge problem in America, a problem in affluent society, whatever. And so I bring it up in my classes. So what I'm hoping you guys give me feedback on at the end, I'm not going to follow BOK, yes, whatever. I just want to know, how do you think I could use this in my classroom, or what students might respond to it, that sort of thing. Here's the point. I'm an alcoholic. I quit drinking in 1991, and I haven't had a drink since. I have a beautiful cousin who's my absolute favorite, Lori. She's 2 years younger than I am. She has 3 master's degrees. She reads and writes 5 languages fluently, including Chinese. She was in the Bay Fort Clinic by the time she was 25. I've got other family members who I'm not even going to name because they haven't dealt with their addictions yet, and their lives are on downward trajectories. Really brilliant people in my family. So why I do this is, again, no one talks about this kind of thing. It's really painful to talk about. It's something that is embarrassing, So it's maybe my gift to my students that if I'm an example for them, that if I'm willing to raise my hand and say, yeah, that's me, it's ugly, it's awful, I overcame it, I'm hoping that some of them who might be dealing with it at the same time would not be afraid to at least confront that on their own, right? We don't often, we all sit around and talk about what professionals are, oh, this drug abuse is horrible, whatever. Nobody comes and says, I'm a and I've had all kinds of problems, and I can't believe how bad this is. So I know that students struggle with these issues. That's why Graham's program was just so spot on. I want to have him come and give that to my class. Not because he's got any to do with economics, but it's because everybody, all the young students in my class, I know they're seeing that heroin stuff hanging around. I know it. I had kind of a checkered past. I've watched people shoot up back in the 70s, back when I was playing Mr. Biker. So I'm maybe not, I'm a little more immune to the shock of it, but it's real and it's awful. My issue was alcohol. I had a terrible drinking problem, and I'm a real high functioning alcoholic. I could drink an awful lot, and no one would know I was drunk. And I made it all the way through law school. Bought a big farm, was running a big business, and I got in trouble right before I got married, and it was a wake-up call for me because I was married a woman that had 2 kids. So it's like, wait a minute, I'm not going to be a kid and try to raise kids now. So anyway, this is my second bridge. Okay, this is where we go to the student part. How many of you have ever been to jail? I have. Not fun. DWI in 1991. Ugly. Sitting in the back of the car. Name in the paper. Go to court. Expensive insurance, plead guilty. It says right before I got married, I couldn't even drive off on my honeymoon because my license was suspended. My wife had to drive us away, you know, it was a horrible time. So, I've been thinking for a long time that I had a problem. I was 33. I mean, I knew, right? And it wasn't an unlucky night that I got caught that night. I've been drinking and driving hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. By the time you're 33, you start drinking when you're 18, you know? I mean, I just knew it, right? I was whatever. So I was glad, and after going to jail and getting married, we got pregnant right away, and I started having more kids. It's easier for me to quit drinking. But I knew I had a problem, and I knew I couldn't drink again. And I never have. So what I thought I might do with my students, because no one else ever does this kind of thing, is do this little alcoholic self-test. Everybody loves a self-test, right? And I'm just going to go through it. I thought what I do with my students is go through a few of these, just to make it real to them, that I'm not the instructor telling them, don't do this. I'm the instructor saying, this really sucks, this is me. If you think you've got a problem, be honest with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. I lied to myself for way too many years. Everybody does. Denial is such a wonderful thing. We all love it, right? But if you, these little self-tests are all over the place. This is just one. I was going to start. Here, let's just take it, Vern. And I don't want you guys to respond because it's painful. But I'll do it myself. Do you try to avoid family or close friends while you were drinking? Absolutely. I was raised in a family where there's no alcohol allowed in the house. I avoided my family constantly.